Okay, we got Ziggy here with Mr. BB. What's happening,
Yeah,
bro?
man, Mr. VV, how's it going, man? Thanks
Fresh.
for having me, bro.
So, guys, welcome to our channel. Today we switched it up a little bit, and what I've actually thought of bringing in an expert from the BMW game and the BMW scene, and we got a relationship for a good couple years now.
100%, yeah, man. We actually met around one of our M cars, yeah.
It's been a while, eh?
First time, yeah.
And now
Yeah,
we want to go through some car chat,
pretty
which
much.
people like.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So, what was it when I met you?
Yeah.
You was an M
I was
expert.
the genius, BMW genius.
What a cool
That was
name.
my role, yeah. so
BMW
that's
genius.
That's
Oh.
what they gave us,
Oh,
you know.
nice.
Basically, tech expert of the cars, you know, knowing everything from front to back. So, if there's a client who maybe came in, couldn't sort something out, needed a bit of, you know, guidance on how to operate, that's basically what I did, man. I showed everybody.
How do
everything
you
from
get
front to
a
back.
BMW genius badge?
So that was actually something I chased for quite some time to get into BMW. That's kind of where it all began, and that was an entry point. So you have to apply, basically, through a dealer, through BMW SA. There was a Genius program at the time. I don't think it's available now anymore. And then I got onto that, and that's how BMW Joburg South picked me up, and then I started there. And that's been my journey, man. 6 years there, going strong, doing what I love, man. Bringing around BMWs. All M fans know that, like, you know, M is the pinnacle. That's where I wanted to be. I've
that's where you
achieved
are.
that, man. Yeah, man. So
You
I'm
know,
very happy where I am.
Me also being a BMW guy, you
Yeah.
know, but I'm bordering on all brands right now. To be very honest with you,
100%, yeah.
being in the car game, I've learned to appreciate.
But when you're an enthusiast, yeah, 100%, I agree. I don't think necessarily that you have to just be specifically for one brand. Like, I'm an enthusiast all around. BM, yes, is my preferred brand. Like, I can put it to you that way. It's always been a dream from the time I was, you know, yay big, man, you know. So
But-
that's where it all started, 100% as a kid. First car that kind of set this off for me was Dakar Yellow E36 M3.
Yo,
That's
not
where it
my
began.
favorite color.
Not, but I mean, that's
but
where...
mine is an
kinda
Avis
started.
blue, German spec,
100%.
white interior, 5-spoke wheels, M Motorsport. I mean, when I was about
100%.
13 years old,
Yeah.
I was a bassist in a church, and one of our leaders bought that car, brand new,
So
out of
I'm
the
sure
box.
it struck you, eh?
You know, we were lighties, and let me
Okay.
tell you what we loved about an M3 E36 is that he put third gear, and third gear could do 170 k's an hour. I stand to be corrected. You
Yeah.
guys can come at me. Third gear was 170, fourth was 210. Because we owned an E36 German spec as well, and I'll never forget the legs. We used to say the legs on that
100%.
car.
It's always, whenever BMWs are going for top end, it's like it's got the legs, man.
No, it's got the legs
race,
to run
100%.
away.
High end.
So we got you here in the studio today to discuss something cool.
Something different.
What we have, we know what, wait, hold up. Let's reverse this game a bit. We're here for electric. Before we tell you what we have,
100%.
before we unpack what car it is, let's talk about what's your take on electric cars.
So, initially, now I'm going to give you the honesty, right? So initially when I heard about the whole electric push, I was slightly against it because I understood the purpose of it, I understood why it's going to come. But I was like, taking the purity out of the car, taking that sensation that we all love, you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where the change is going to happen. But now being in the game and seeing what the electrics are capable of and just generally experiencing these cars, seeing their capabilities, understanding them and what their purpose now truly is, man, I can get it. I understand. Some people might not take to this, which, I mean, you guys...
I think
it's
the guys are
entirely
only
up to
going
you,
on
but-
about the sound. To be honest
because
with
there's
you,
no noise, because it's quiet. But I mean, with the way they've designed these cars now, I mean, we've got artificial sound, so that comes through the speakers of the car. So
Yeah.
it's not all that quiet. You can hear something in the background. But generally
but
speaking,
that's controversial. I mean, who wants to hear your car making zui?
100%. That's it. That's exactly what it
The
sounds
car
like.
that we're going to review today, I was very
Yeah.
privileged. About a year ago,
Yeah.
I did the iX40 2022 model.
Yeah.
I ceramic coated it.
Yes,
into it.
yes, yeah, that was
And
one.
I love the fact that when I started it, and then it made this ambient sound.
That's
It
it. So we're
greeted
going
me,
to talk
kinda-
a little bit about that.
Kind
Yeah.
of greeted me,
100%,
and then
yeah.
when I drove, what was like really powerful about it, when I drove, it gave back kilometers.
That's it. So it's all on how you manage it, you know. So it's same like with a petrol or diesel powered car. It's the same method. It's how you manage your fuel and how you manage your energy in this sense, being electric, you know. If you drive it well, you can get Ks back. If you're driving it hard, you're going to lose some of that Ks. And that's just generally how this cars work. Same like with a petrol or diesel powered car. Same way. And I just think the journey for that is not saying that we're going to like cut off petrol and diesel cars, if I put it to you that way. But electric is the future for, like, this is going to be the new push. Because hybrid cars are going to be coming. They're going to incorporating a lot more electrics into other combustion engines.
So I'm pro.
That's a good thing.
I'm
That's
pro-electric because, number one, not only for the eco benefit, which I don't really want to talk about because there's enough crap happening for eco. Don't come here and come at our cars.
Yeah, the green push, man. You know, that's
leave our cars and go save whales or something.
Save the ocean, man.
Yeah, go save the ocean. You know, leave our cars. I don't know why they want to gun our cars, but anyway, my thing is why I'm pro-electric is that I'm an innovator. I'm a visioner. I'm a big dreamer.
100%. So you're jumping on the curve when it's still early.
If you can make the car fly, let's fly. If you can do anything that's futuristic, let's do.
Let's do. 100%.
I'm all for Apple ingenuity. I love Apple the brand because I love the ingenuity, I love the innovation, I love the standard. You know, BM got this class. It's got this standard. It's got this elegance to it. You know,
I mean, especially the country we're in.
Well,
the brand speaks for itself, man.
It does.
In our country, BM has a following. I believe that's the biggest in the world right now. Because if you pull up in a Merc, oh yeah, sure, that's great. Not you know, knocking other brands.
No, you must knock. It's a podcast. No, they can come at you guys. I want to see the comments.
Yeah, but just in general, man, it's BMW has a presence like I've never seen before.
Look, how do you feel about that C63, the new one where they did the engine degrade?
I'm a bit, a little disappointed.
What
to be
did
honest.
they do? Did they supplement it with a hybrid?
So they went a hybrid motor, but they went like partially electric. So that's basically where they're going to get the push from to get that power out of the car. But it's a 2-liter bi-turbo motor that's got electric assistance. So I don't really know if that's going to be like the
new
drive.
G80, the new G80 M3 xDrive,
still pure motor,
straight
man.
6 twin turbo,
100%.
no electric power.
No electric power, no assistance, not a mild hybrid. That car runs just the way it should. That's the way we like it. Let's put it that way.
Right. They both got engineered in the same period, meaning
pretty much.
Mercedes, BM, Volvo, VW, all of you guys were thinking Volvo was sitting and making up their car, and then VW was making their new Golf 8R, which is horribly slow.
Okay, I haven't had my hands-on experiences yet, but we'll get to that.
Lucky to drive all these cars. I had the Golf 8R here in my shop, and it was so disappointing when I accelerated that. That 2-liter was
different.
I know nothing. It felt like I was going backwards in time. But maybe the RS3s have just stolen my life. Well, that's high-level cars.
It's a pinnacle car, though.
Look, you're a car guy. Doesn't mean you're from BM. I can't talk about cars.
100%. Right? Yeah, it's open, man. I'm happy to talk about any brand. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm happy to know that in studio today we have the new iX40 2023
model. Yeah,
what color?
That's the one we got. So we got it in mineral white, which is basically like your pearl effect white. So it's actually quite a stunning color. Depending on the light that hits the car, you will see this beautiful metallic shine go fade out into a nice.
So where did they steal this from? X5, X7, X3?
So it was kind of a, let's say we use the X5 platform, and that's kind of what the car was built on. So size-wise, they're very, very comparable. The iX being just slightly smaller in the boot area, just because of having a slightly coupe look to the top, you know. So the roof slopes down a little bit, whereas X5 is a little bit more straight. But it's based on the X5 size and shape. So that's why the car generates that much space when you sit inside. The rear of the car is like sitting in a lounge, man. It's so comfortable. You just chill.
I want to go with that spatial minimalistic approach. One of the things that I enjoyed so much about this iX is that when I open the doors, I feel like I got so much leg room.
There's a lot of room.
Even the fact that the center console is missing, they got the gap,
it goes empty, and the reason for that is because being electric motor, you know, you don't need the tunnel. You don't need transmission. You don't need the diff going all the way to the back, you know, your pop shop. That's what usually runs through the middle of the car. But now not having any of those components, there's so much more space available in the car. So when you're even in just the driver or passenger seat, it feels roomy, man. It feels more
does.
like you're in kind of like a spaceship feel, because it's just so open.
And from a sporty perspective,
Yeah.
I see that it's still got the look and feel. I don't see much accessories for the car.
So accessory-wise, look, the car's obviously limited to certain things because it's supposed to be pure electric. This was the design, the ingenuity of the car. It was pure electric. There won't be much accessories, just generally, like for, like, let's say, like your kids, M Sport
Okay,
kids.
so you
and
guys
stuff.
have to
So
come
we
to
won't
Mr. Big
get
Bike to
that, so-
fabricate something for you. If you go buy this
We'll
IX,
see what
come
we
check
can
me
do,
out. I'm
man,
going to
yeah.
fabricate you a one of one.
We can work something, man, yeah.
So I'm sure we want to go into some features. We'll
Sure,
do the first thing I
100%.
wanted to talk about is the design, which we've agreed, X5 birth.
That's pretty
concept.
much where, yeah,
Right.
where it began.
Now let's start from the front. Let's go kidneys, grills. Are there technology behind the grills?
Yes, there is. So what we're calling it is, from BMW side, it's called an intelligent panel. So also, like your radars will hide behind there as well. It's got a sensor on it.
Don't
as
all
well.
the
It's
new
got
4
cameras.
Series and 8s come with that?
They do, but they're placed at a different point on the grill. So you'll notice they more focused to the bottom of the
So the
grill.
big
It's a
round
little bit of a cutout,
accident thing.
100%. So
Oh.
that's basically for your adaptive cruise control. That's
This
your
now
radar.
the whole kidney
This
is
is behind all of that. And then also with that panel, it's self-healing. So that
heard about
entire panel, literally small stone chips, scratches, that kind of thing, just a little bit of heat, kind of like PPF works, yeah. Similar concept. So it just heals itself up. So, you know, you always have this clean look in the front of the car.
That's
It's
dope.
really, really good. And then
Can we go scratch
moving
it?
on, we can try, I mean.
No. Okay, headlights?
Yeah. So the headlights went, obviously, they designed a lot of a slimmer look, but that's again going with that futuristic approach.
Good.
You know, minimalistic, very small, very thin, different looking for, like, let's say your normal everyday car. Where you get the slightly bigger headlight, more showy, you know, that's where they want. With this, it was supposed to, like I like to say, the Iron Man kind of style.
I do
You
like
know,
it.
because it's that thin,
Yes.
slimline look, which is really, really good. I mean, you look at the rear lights as well. That's very slim, very nice. It's actually quite awesome.
So
to
I'm
look
going to
at.
pick your brain. It's okay if you
Yeah,
don't
sure.
have the answers for all my questions.
I'll do it
I don't
best
like
I can,
preparing
man.
my guests.
I'll do the best I can, man.
What material was the car made out of?
So 90% of the car is used from recyclable materials, but the car has a massive carbon core. So most
Oh, you
of the
really
car,
are
let's say to about
BMW genius,
75% is carbon core. So the car is really, really wrapped around that, and that gives us the lightweight capability as well, but also strength and rigidity around the car. So, I mean, to carry around the batteries in the car, I mean, it's about 2 tons, you know, it's quite a bit. So with the strength and tensile, let's say, integrity we get with carbon fiber, it just allows the car to be just better performing. So in
Okay.
general, that's, yeah.
So 98% recycled materials,
Yeah, it's good,
sustainable.
yeah.
That's good.
Right
I've
onto the
noticed that
interior
it
as well.
still shares the old braking system, or I could
Yeah.
stand to be.
No, so
Corrected.
it is there, but it has been upgraded, so it does have regenerative properties. So the kinetic energy, when you're coming off the accelerator, it uses that movement to get some charge back from, let's say, your wheels, so movement energy, and transfers it back into the battery. So you'll notice if you drive it really well,
Doesn't
you'll
my
actually get a couple
F80
of Ks
M3
out.
do that? Because I noticed when I let go, it says efficiency mode.
Yeah, no, it just goes into efficient, but I don't think it's
Doesn't
efficient,
say
man. I don't think it says any power
I
anywhere,
see
man.
that,
Yeah.
that needle go. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
So just going into efficient goes into a recharge state. So a lot of our cars
Got
do
my
have
battery
this
there.
for 100%. So there's an auxiliary battery in, so like your F80, there's an auxiliary battery. You know, 3 series, 4 series, 1 series, they all have an auxiliary battery. So that regenerative energy that comes back from that braking system goes to the aux battery, and that helps in cases of like start-stop energy. So instead of using battery power where we'll use our normal 12Vs to get the motor running, it uses
Brilliant.
the aux battery just to do a quick kick, and then it's
So I
up and
was
running.
disappointed that, look, there is no upgrade from brakes. It's still a disc.
It's
still
still
a
this,
pad,
still pads,
it's still a
100%, it's the
piston,
same way.
It's still a cable.
100%.
It's still got fluid. So
That's it.
from my perspective, very sad that
But you-
there's
you
no
might be.
advanced braking system.
How about this though? So, yes, in saying that I can understand, but that's when you're using it in normal driving mode, so that you can have that braking ability. However, if you switch the car to what we say like battery or boost mode, so
Correct.
you'll notice on the drive there's a D and then there's /B.
Yes.
If you switch it into the B mode,
Mm.
you literally can only use it. You can use your accelerator. That's it. You don't need to use the brake pedal
When
in
I
the car at all.
when I let
You
go my
accelerate, it goes onto
like
the
a
brakes
golf
by
cart.
itself. Pretty much, yeah. You can put it that way if you want to say.
That's clever.
But literally, as you're driving downhill, uphill, if
Okay,
you're in
you
B
want
mode,
me over.
you put it over. Just come off the accelerator, man. Your brakes go on, slows down the car, so you can literally control your entire drive just by using an accelerator pedal.
Okay, let's talk about the space in the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a family car, it's an X5. So
100%.
how have they actually managed to make this car ergonomical?
So number one, obviously redesigning it. So using the basis of what an X5 is, but they've lowered the seats, they've set it a little further back, because again, we don't have a diff. Our motors
So
sit
it's
on the
flat.
side.
I find the floor
So it's
the floor
pretty
is
much
flat.
flat at the bottom. So we can actually use a lot of that space in creating a different environment. So like you'll see once we get into the vehicle and we show you the rear, that is my favorite space in the car, because usually the seats are slightly raised, they're a little bit
Yes.
more forward.
They arch.
Because there's a lot of things happening at the bottom, but with this just being batteries, we can actually extend it a little bit, give a little bit more leg room, like absolutely much more comfort.
So
in this
design
car compared to
capabilities
X5. Yeah,
have
they've changed.
exploded.
100%.
So creators can now come up with better interiors because they got
That's it.
more space.
More space, so they can, like, for example, in the new XM. So that car, yes, still runs normal. It's got a V8 twin turbo, petrol powered motor, but it's tracked to an electric motor as well, which is between the gearbox and the engine. So with that, it still runs normal, but you can switch between the modes. In that car, they've designed it in such a way where the back is like a lounge, same like in the iX, and that's where the concept was kind of grabbed from for the XM.
No, I'm with you.
Just for that lounge feel. Because I mean, where in a car are you going to sit in a back seat and you're able to turn and chat to your guy directly across? You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a car that can do that. But yet you look at the iX and you look at the likes of the XM, they have that lounging feel where you literally sit on a wrapped up between the door and the seat, and you cushion and you can just chat across from the guy that's sitting next to you or your wife or wherever it is, man.
No, Ziggy, look,
So it's very different feel in the car.
that big ups on that.
Yeah.
I spent some time in the car noticing the crystal. I don't know what material is that is.
So
I noticed the
it is.
dashboard material looks different.
Yeah.
I noticed that the side and the opening bar feels different. What
Yeah.
special materials were used in the? Because it's got that little leaf.
The little
thing.
leaf on the dash, 100%.
Yeah.
So
What's all
that
that?
is what we can call it vegan leather if you want to. So basically
Oh.
like a synthetic leather, but it's also made from recycled materials. So even like the dyes that goes into tanning and coloring the leather that they're now making, we use olive leaves. So it's all green, it's all recycled, it's everything that can be reused in the car. So the filling on the seats for your padding is like from polyester, jeans, that kind of thing, like, you know, all torn up, put together, compacted, made for the seat. So it's completely recycled materials that gets used there.
And the crystal?
So the crystal is crystal. The
What-
crystal is crystal.
what
So it's Swarovski. So that's at least as far as they tell us. But
Okay.
the crystal is used in that sense. So that's just part of that luxury element that carries through a few of our cars, like the likes of X5, X6, 7
Oh,
Series.
they all get it.
So they all get the crystal gear knob
And on the handle as well.
on the handle as well for the seat adjusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
That's got
what
to
we
be
put
the
it there.
most
Man, those
sexy
touches.
looking thing I've ever seen. I was going to take it and
Unbelievable.
put it on Misha's hand so to say, marry me, and then she was going to
How about that, eh?
big Swarovski.
Yes,
She
man.
can walk around with it like that.
Exactly, but that's just the idea. It's
Man.
that extra luxury. It's just that lush that they add, because I mean, in other cars that you jump in, you're not going to see features like that.
Look, they've gone away with aluminium, soft plating, hard leather, nappa leather, all that is
Yeah,
trend. Like I feel that was a 10-year trend,
Yeah.
but I'm liking this new
This
one
is
now.
different, yeah. It's actually called Vaganza leather.
Vaganza.
Vaganza, yeah. So it's a different type of leather. That's just the name that they call it, but it's all recycled material.
I can see a big future for you and I on the show.
I hope
I'll
so,
tell
man.
you, I'll
Yeah,
tell you
I
that
got
much
something
because
good
your
next time,
knowledge
yeah.
base is amazing. I must
I
admit.
try my best, man.
No, your knowledge, and it's
Look,
good.
I learn every day. Let me tell you this. I'm here, so even if I get something wrong today, I stand to be corrected. I mean, we
Good.
know that there's other people out there who do know much more than I do.
Fair enough.
But I'm always here to learn. I'm always open. I
None of
always
us
stand
have
to be
arrived.
corrected. 100%.
We're all a working.
That's it. That's it, bro. So for me, there's somebody out there who has different info or can correct me on something that maybe I've said wrong. I'm always happy to take the info, because next time I'll be corrected. I'll say the right thing. You know, so I've learned so much being in this journey just with BMW, meeting guys like you, the guys out there in the car world. You know, they can teach you a thing or two, and I'm always open. I'm never that guy who'll be like, but I know this. I don't need any of your info or whatever it is. I'm like, what can you tell me that I don't know? So if there's something that I picked up, maybe you had, that I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
No, look,
Sorry for my language,
Let's-
but it's like,
let's
yeah.
move into what boys really like.
Yeah,
Power,
that's it, man.
torque,
100%.
acceleration, overtaking power, how long the battery life is going to last. Are we going to be able to go on a breakfast run? Are we going to be
And
able to keep up
charging
with the
and
boys?
stuff,
Are we going to need some special battery?
Sure.
So let's just talk about how's the power on the car.
So
What is it? Give
on
me
the
specs.
iX, we got a couple of, so we got 3 different ranges on the iX. So
Let's talk
basically,
about this one.
Let's say engines, right? So we got 40, which is a 240 kilowatt motor,
Okay.
just over 500 to 600 newton meters of torque. From a charging perspective, it's got a 71 kilowatt hour battery in the 40, which is pretty decent. You know, in total, it's about 105 usable. Let's put it that way. But 77 is more or less what.
So
you
how
use
many
on a
hours
daily
is that?
basis. So you'll probably drive. So on charging. So on charging state, let's say if you go from 10% to 100 on an 11 kilowatt charger, 7 units, between 7 kilowatt hours and 11, anywhere between 6 to 8 hours. If you get a fast charger, which will be DC, anything if you get a like 50 kilowatt hour, 60 kilowatt hour charger, you can go anywhere from 10% to 135 an hour, hour and a half, just depending on what rating it is. Obviously, the higher it is, the quicker it's going to charge.
Can you ever run this car dead?
So you can, but it will warn you quite a few times.
And then what?
It basically cuts the car off, and you will have to call roadside assistance to assist you.
Can't push
Where
it.
You'll get no, it locks off, man. It locks off, yeah. So it's a bit of a different.
Can't jump
it's
it.
tricky. I'd like to see that happen. No lie.
So I got a car battery charger. Do I put my battery charger and charge it up quickly or what?
No, it doesn't.
I need to get an outlet. I
You need to get an outlet. So the car does come when purchasing. You get 3 boxes that come with it. So the first box will be your cable for external charging. So you'll get to your charging places like some of the malls, some of the filling up stations going down on most of our routes. You can actually stop off. You just plug in your cable to the box, to your car, and you can start your charging. The second box, you'll get an emergency charger, which you'll use in events like, let's say you can't find a charging station or you're nowhere around. It will get you charged. Look, it's going to take some time. It goes straight to a wall socket. It is going to take some time, but you'll get enough charge to basically get you to the next place where you can fast charge.
Well, I was lucky.
Emergency situations.
I managed to charge overnight. I plugged it into my wall and I charged it overnight, and it did the job.
Yeah.
Well, what about the fact that the vehicle now has, in South Africa, I don't see charging points.
So you might not see them everywhere, but they are. So from what I've last checked, there's about just over 300 charging stations nationwide, and this is increasing on a daily basis.
Oh.
So I haven't pulled like the latest stats, but this was as per beginning of 2023. There was over 300 charging stations nationwide. Main routes going down to Cape Town, going down to Durban. Those are.
You mean at a
lot of
garage?
electricians. At a garage, yeah, man. So you can actually stop off, and they've got charging stations.
They charge
lined
you?
up. It will be a cost, unfortunately. So it's like your fuel. If you were to stop over, put petrol or diesel in your car, you got to pay for it. The electricity
Do
will
you
be
know that
charged
fee?
for as well. So estimated around about, so let's say on the higher charges, we will go between 6 to 7 rand, more or less, just depending on the area.
Per
places-
hour,
per
month.
kilowatt hour, yeah.
Per kilowatt
Per
hour.
kilowatt hour, yeah.
Oh, so that's how they make their money.
That's how it's going to come back, because number one, electricity isn't free. This is what
Oh,
I think
yeah, I
concept
understand.
some people maybe like missed a little bit.
No, I'm with
I
you.
do get a lot of questions about why is there a cost for it. It's energy that's being supplied.
No, you
at
don't have to
somebody else.
explain.
You know what I'm saying? So
Use your head. Common sense.
100%.
Please,
Yeah,
they
man.
provided the facility. They're
That's it.
charging it. I understand. Nothing is
That's
free
it,
in
yeah.
life.
So
And makes sense.
Most
Makes sense.
expensive, let's say 7 rand. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
so
we're
it's about
expecting,
$7.
right? So-
Look, that's better than 27,
Yeah. So it'll cost you
25
maybe
rand.
about $600 for your car with energy. So electricity.
$600 to fill my
$600
big,
to $700,
my
yeah.
big wheel. I mean,
100%.
just yesterday I filled 2 small cars, and my bill was broken.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it was about 1.4.
Pretty
And I was
much,
at
yeah.
2 small cars. I even told the guy, stop filling petrol, please, man. Stop now. Stop. Just stop. He looked at me and I said, like, you can't keep on going on.
quite-
So I think,
quite a bit,
yes,
yeah.
petrol be the big thing, innovation being the big thing. In conclusion, we're going to come up. Yeah, I've been, as I say, I was fortunate to play with this car before it even came.
Yeah, 100%.
We guys are going to show you as we were speaking, so you must have been seeing a lot about this car. I'm going to do a quick drive with it now. You guys are going to join me,
100%,
and
yeah.
we're going to go drive this new
We're going to
iX40.
talk about few
How
more things
much
as well.
is the car?
So pricing wise, if you're looking at sort of like a base spec, which they'll come
No,
spec quite
this
nicely.
top end
So
one, yeah.
this one that I have over here, we're looking at about 1.9.
Okay.
1.9 million rand, yeah. Base price of the cost
1.9.
is about 1.8. This is a
So
lot of
cheaper
standard.
than a G80.
Yeah, it is.
What's the price of a X5M?
So X5M, you're looking at about 3.2 million rand right now.
Why
For
is
the
it
new
such a
facelift
big
one.
variance from an
So-
X5M to a top end?
So
X40?
so this is the iX40. So like I said, this is sort of like your entry level on the iX. For the X5M, the direct competitor would be the M60i, which is basically like your M model for the iX. So it's called the iX M60i. That's the title for that one. That one, M60i.
You need a whole bloody book for this. Wait,
Yeah,
is that
no,
the
it's a
flagship
bit of a-
model
so,
of this?
So that's the flagship model, yeah. So what
What's
we
the
got here
price of
today
that?
is basically like a top of the range entry level, put it that way. So spec'd out really well. On the top of the range, you're looking at about 3.3, 3.4 million.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
3.3 million, yeah. I'll
And
just have.
power-wise, they're very much similar as well. So X5 puts out about 460 kilowatts and about 750 newtons, and on the M60 it's about 450, 460 as well. It's just in between 455 if I'm not mistaken. And also torque-wise, that's quite a bit more. I reckon in the region of almost 1,000. Claimed figures are about 800, but I reckon that
Jeez.
thing's got some
Okay, let's take a
strong-
quick break here.
100%.
Okay, guys, yeah. So if you would like to drive this car, you'd like to know a little bit more about it, if you would like to visit BMW Johannesburg South, please contact Ziggy and he'll be there at the actual store to meet you. Or you can come directly to me, you can come and meet me, and I'll take you there and we can definitely work out a better deal for you.
Man,
So what this benefits you from being part of the Big Buy Performance team is not only price negotiation, but it's the ability to test drive and have one of the best BMWs. We'll even, if you're a high flying client that really wants, we'll bring the car to you. We'll make things happen
That's what we
for you.
do.
So this is what this partnership is about. It's about taking BMW to the next step and making dreams come true. So BMW Johannesburg South doing the most. Expect the next 100 reviews for the next year to be done between me and him. We're going to enjoy this
That's
journey
it. And I
until
got-
we have our one fight, maybe one day, I don't know.
Well,
when, but not
Maybe
in,
on bringing the wrong car.
maybe
but-
I'm bringing the wrong car. But I don't see any
Yeah,
problems.
but we
from
got
here.
some proper content for you guys coming up. I got plenty of cars to talk about. There's the 7 Series, which we have to do. That's like a
No,
must.
we are gonna
The
be
7 Series
definitely
is one of the cars that's
racing these cars as well. We're going to be taking them onto a drag strip and we're going to be putting them next to. So you guys are going to see a lot of.
performance. And
It's going to be fun
all
out of
around,
this. Thank you very much for tuning in for that ad break, and then we're gonna sum up with a few questions.
yeah. Sure.
Okay,
100%.
so what does BMW mean?
Bayerische Motoren Werke.
Oh God,
So in
I
German.
thought Bavarian Motor Works. Oh wow.
So English version basically, yeah. But in German, Bayerische Motoren Werke. That's pretty much where it is. German, put out straight out.
So how do you know where did the logo come from?
So a lot of people do believe that it's the propeller of the airplane because of a famous ad that was basically put out by BMW, and I'm not saying they're wrong, but there's two views to this, you know.
It's got to do with the Nazis.
Not really. we don't
Oh,
talk
okay,
about
sorry.
Nazis.
Okay, I also thought it was a propeller airplane.
Yeah, so initially that's where sort of the story began, because it's one of the biggest ads, because yes, BMW was making motors for aviation. That's kind of where it all began.
For the war.
For the war, 100%.
So where did the logo come?
The logo was actually the Bavarian flag, which is the blue and white.
Oh,
100%, surprising, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
wouldn't really think, but that's actually the resemblance of the logos. The blue and white is the Bavarian flag. And then the black roundel, that basically goes around that, was also from history. So before BMW was actually known as BMW.
Yeah.
So there's a lot, but I think we'll do a history lesson on BMW
We will.
with that, and I think
No.
we'll go through how the badge came about, because there's a lot of history in that badge itself. It's not just a BMW badge. When you dive into the history, there's so much. I mean, BMW
No.
is making pots at some point, man.
I can imagine.
So we got to go through quite a bit there, yeah. But
What's
that's
your favorite BMW?
it. To date,
Yeah.
from the history or fresh?
Give me two. One.
Give me two.
Give me three, because this is very bad. One old, one middle, one new.
All right.
One
So,
extremely old. Give me one middle journey, 1980s,
Yeah.
1960s, 2000s up.
yeah. So I mean, I think for me personally, I'll have to go with the E36 from the classics. I mean, E30, I know, but that we understand what the E30 holds, you know, for everybody. But E36, I'll definitely choose that from the classics, because I feel like that's where my journey began.
Which one? Be
You know,
specific.
so E36 M3 definitely.
Right.
Color-wise, anyone doesn't matter. I'm fine. It's just
Okay.
the E36 M3. And then let's all go to the middle ranges. The E90 V8, definitely the 4-door though, not the coupe M3.
Okay.
Also, and F33 35i between sort of, let's call it 2010 2015. That's the two cars that always had me
N54.
going. N55.
Single turbo.
N55, single turbo, yeah.
Why?
I personally had one of those, so it was quite nice.
Oh, he's
to drive,
biased.
so-
Well, it was
It was
his
a proper
favorite.
machine.
It was
you know.
his three
It was
favorite
my
cars.
favorite, yeah, 100%.
I
And
can't
then,
say much.
Yeah, from the recent, I must go. From what I've seen, there's quite a few, honestly, just because I'm also tech inclined. So 7 Series definitely one of the ones on my list for the newer ones. And then you have to give it to the G80 M3, man. That car is just it's a monster on its own.
I got one here tomorrow. You guys can
Yeah.
come check it at my
It is
car show on
fabulous.
Saturday. So make sure you guys drop the comments here. What BMs? So the good news is we kind of got access to every BMW. Probably.
Almost every RC, like basically whatever I have available, we'll always bring through. If there's something special that we need to get, don't worry, I can sort that out.
So we probably got
pretty much everything.
every BMW that you think about can be here,
100%,
brought to you. We'll drive it, we'll spec it, we'll explain it, we'll unpack it for you if you want to buy it. We also are saying that do the deal through us because we're taking the effort to do the business for you, to bring the car to you.
Man.
Lastly, knowing that which BMW would you like us to review? And we'll definitely take you through that. So yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow us. And make sure you tune in next week for the next BMW.
100%, and we'll try and line it up with something. We'll see what the comments will bring in the sections. Let's see what we can pull up for the guys. And yeah, man, we're just here to have fun and let's
go take a
some
drive,
cars, man. Yeah,
Let's go take a drive.
Let's go take a
Sweet.
drive.
Thank you. Okay, let's go in for a drive. Let's open up this baby. Doors are nice and light. Carbon fiber all over. Carbon briber, man.
That's what George office.
Oh man, I was about to say.
Same name, yeah,
I say George and me. Okay,
Electric as well on there, just-
let's put the music off. Oh, it's silent. Okay,
You gotta press the start. Vehicles on.
yeah, that sound was nice, eh? Okay, guys, so we in this baby. Let's go into drive.
There we go.
Right, shot. Okay, fine. You know what? I don't know why we make this feel so difficult because you feel in a different environment in this.
Yeah.
Firstly, let's just talk about this steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
So flat bottom, obviously a completely different design, but again, giving you that futuristic feel, giving you that, the difference. Let's put it that innovation. We haven't seen a flat bottom steering wheel in a BMW.
Yeah, and not only that, but is it at the bottom or at the top?
Both.
It's
There
both.
you go.
So it's a flat
So
top
it's
and
flat
bottom.
top and bottom, yeah.
So
So now we're in normal drive.
yeah, no, but I'm enjoying the silence.
That's quite right.
I don't know if that. Oh, I feel that. Okay, I feel it's braking.
Generator braking, yeah. So
Okay.
you can also set how aggressive you want that to be.
Yeah, that's a
So
bit.
this is
That's
just
a bit
in normal
aggressive, huh?
drive, yeah.
Okay.
If you switch it into B, I'll show you exactly how that moves. So with drive, essentially the capability is to make it feel like a normal car. So the moving, driving off, like when it's in drive, the car will automatically move. When in battery, it will only move with your foot. So it stays on the brake. When you touch the accelerator, the car moves.
Okay, suspension feeling solid. That I need to get used to. Okay, when I let go of the accelerator, this car is just braking for me. Is it braking or is it what?
It's braking. It's braking.
Okay,
So
can we
when
switch
you
it
come
off?
the accelerator, yeah, we can.
Yeah,
So
let's
when
let's
you
switch it off to give it a more
100%,
real feeling.
Let's do that.
It's got a whole freaking app store here.
That's it. And there's so much that you can really actually change around and be busy with.
And
So
let's
it's
push up the
very
aircon a little bit.
So let's just drop the tips.
Oh my word! Did you guys see the size of this roof? What is this? What's
So this is an electrostatic glass, which basically by a touch of a button will go from frosted to completely see-through. And it doesn't open, but it's a full sunroof basically.
Let's go again. Completely see through.
So completely closed. So you can see it goes to white, and then touch it again, it goes clear.
Man, that is amazing.
Something different. So I just want to switch on the generator.
Okay, so I was looking for pedal shifts, yeah.
Yeah, no gears.
Okay, so guys want to know what this feels like. So let's talk about acceleration and torque and real life feeling. So it feels exactly like a normal car with the throughput on the accelerator feeling clear. When I mean it's got no lag, immediate torque, immediate feel, and I think that's what I like about electric. I hear a little bit of a sound there.
Iconic sounds,
Yeah, I can hear something there.
So that's your iconic sound. So that you will hear naturally with the vehicles. All the electrics, just to give it a bit of a sound, give it a bit of, so it's not too quiet in the car. Like now with there being no media playing, it's very quiet in the car. We listen to the aircons pretty much. That's how quiet it actually is. But then if we change like into my mode, let's go into something like expressive. So this again also changes the visual look on the car on the screen, so for your cockpit as well as your main infotainment system. But now, there's a different sound that comes from the car.
Yeah, wait. What is that? I hear
So
that.
it's a different sound, yeah.
Do you guys hear that? Wait, you gotta put my mic here. Wait, hold on. Take this out. Try and put it near the speaker
100%.
so these guys can understand what just happened here. Okay, that was emotional. Okay, so as I accelerate, listen to the sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it is.
I love it.
Right, and then if you go into like sport mode, for
Okay,
example,
okay.
this changes the sound again to something a little more aggressive, something a little different.
She's got a lot of power. I'll tell you that much. Okay.
And no lag, no delay. So with being an electric car, it's immediate response.
Okay, so let's put that there back at the mic. And we turn left here.
Sure.
And then we'll see.
You
So
can hear on the takeoff, yeah.
you guys will hear on the takeoff when I indicate left here. Okay. Doesn't feel big, eh?
Not at all.
Doesn't
Handles
feel
like a PM would, you know.
Oh man, that's almost like Back to the Future. It's
That's
almost-
spaceship you feel,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
man.
almost like Back
That's
to the
it.
So you guys want to hear what that sounds like?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's got
Okay,
quite a massive
what
torque
else
pull
does
as
it?
well. So I mean, these are just some of the modes. So you can go to like digital art, you can use relax as well, and that changes the ambience as well. So the ambient lighting, which is on your door, and as well as the footwalls and inside the bottom of the door holders as well, it changes the color and changes the sound overall driving experience. So like digital art will sound different, but now you have this sort of purple bluish that goes right through. You'll get it on the doors, your footwalls, and then obviously your screens again. Gives you the
And I
different
noticed
feel.
fleet management are starting to invest in these electric cars for the executive hotels.
Yeah.
So when I was at Sun City, I see that they had the X3 electric.
The iX3.
The
100%. So
yes.
that's the big push now, because a lot of companies in general, and this I'm speaking like businesses, hotels, many industries right now, especially us as well as BMW, we're all going green. So we're going the solar direction where less emissions, you want to use less electricity, you know, you want to try and have a green footprint if you want, if I can put it that way, yeah.
Get back. The seats feel
That's it.
extremely comfortable. I'm
Yeah.
not throwing the guys up, but I'm talking about my back. Now, I come out of an M car, so I know the feeling is very hard and I'm on the ground all the time. But let's talk about what's up with the padding here and the seating. These
again,
are not sports
yeah.
seats, right?
No, these are
But
not
they-
sports seats. But they do have that sort of bucket feel.
Yeah, I can feel
So,
it. On my back, I
100%.
feel luxury. Is
That's
it blowing
it.
air on my back or
So
what is it doing?
you can have ventilation set for your seats, so you can have cooling and you can have heating as well.
Now, what type of gestures does this thing have?
So gesture control, we've got the volume, which we can control just by your finger.
So
And
let me
then-
try that. So I'm driving
Yeah,
now.
100%.
So I want to.
So,
What?
so
So
just
my
one
finger.
finger, there we go, and just keep turning. There you go. Picks you up.
Then I want to bring it down.
So
quickly.
another way. There you go. Yeah, so it takes 1 second for
Okay, the hooter changed.
ignition. A little bit. So it's not as deep.
No,
a
it's
little higher
disappointing.
tone, but yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, it's a hooter.
Wait, no. No, that's disappointing. Did you guys hear that? No.
Still loud.
No, but the pitch is more sharp.
It is.
It's
So
like that's not a
it's-
BMW hooter.
100%. So it had to be a little bit louder, a little bit enhanced, because also noticing the people in front. They don't really hear much. But when driving on the outside of the vehicle, there's
How do you
two-
feel about that?
I don't know. I'm here, you know.
No, I know.
I'm always a fan. You
No, I know,
It's
I know,
a hooter, man.
Okay, lucky I tested the hooter, so you.
A little sharper. So again, a different sound because of
Oh,
digital
I see
art.
that. Yeah, a lot of power in this thing, eh? Okay,
is,
let's go to
it's quite
sports
powerful.
mode quickly. What do I do?
Cool, 100%. So you're
So I
gonna
gotta
hit the
touch
My
here.
Modes
So
button.
my mode's here
And then you
flip
swipe,
here. Right,
touch
the
it,
race is
sport.
on. Guy's coming now. He wants to race me. He's ready. And I'm like with my in my
Very
sports
nice.
mode. I'm all ready. I like the steering wheel. It feels very solid. And the electric settings on my steering. Let's get that right. Just here. Go up there. Okay,
so fully
cool.
adjustable, yeah.
Very nice. Here we are. Let's indicate, Auntie. Let's move. Okay, we just want to feel the first gear pull, and we just want to tell how this first gear pull is. So you guys can enjoy that moment with me. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Yeah, that sensation as well.
Yeah. Okay, very nice. Not 200 in what?
So 6 seconds on the 40, and then on the 50 you're looking at around 5, and on the 60 we're climbing down into the 4s and 3s.
It's not a race car.
I
It's not a race car. It's a big, heavy, bulky. What it weighs?
But it moves. So just over 2 tons. So 2.5 tons. Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite a heavy.
I mean, this is
machine,
all
but
you
it
need.
moves.
Look here. I just need to get there. Yeah, look at it. It actually gives you a headache here.
Yeah. It's that torque sensation.
Okay, it actually pulled me a bit. Yeah, that was. Yeah, you gotta
feel
get
it.
used to that, eh?
Yeah.
Need power.
So also a lot of the times if you like on and off the accelerator, you can feel a bit of it, like motion sickness.
Yeah, I
You can
did.
put it
I
over,
felt
yeah.
my head a little bit, but not bad.
So you can
not
feel
critical. Holistically speaking, big fan. I am a big fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't think I'm gonna make that. Oh, you guys go. I go after you. You decide. And yeah, it is a big car. I didn't know if it could make the turning circle.
Yeah,
It was gonna make the U-turn. It was
probably
short, but
would. Hey,
it would have made it.
Probably would.
Okay, let's take it on some bumps here now, and let's see.
You can feel the comfort. It's really
Smoother,
it's
nothing,
soft.
eh?
It's,
Sure. Let's go.
Comfort
We're
is
aggressive
awesome.
on this here. Ha!
it's like nothing, man.
It's like nothing.
And this is all-wheel drive again. So with that being said, in any situation, the car
What
can
is the
take
point
it
of
out.
putting an all-wheel drive
So
in something like
number
this?
one, safety also.
Oh, okay.
Safety. So in rainy situations, it's less likely to aquaplane. It's less likely to lose control of any of the wheels. So, for example, if you hit a patch in a rear wheel or front wheel drive car, you'll feel the steering wheel gets a little loose because you kind of off the road for that moment. But in an xDrive, the minute it detects the puddle on the front wheels, it reduces the power, shifts it to the back. When the back gets to the puddle, it shifts it to the front. So you don't really feel that loss of anything.
Very clear camera.
Yeah. HD resolution. Man.
Okay,
360
so
as well.
this is the space I was talking about.
Yeah, so
Guys,
just
check this
open
out.
here.
Open here. That's what I was talking about. You can play footsie with your chip if you
Pretty
want
much,
to.
yeah.
You can put your leg here. And
all
I think
open.
they should have upgraded these buttons a little. Just kept it piano black. Look, I'm overdoing it. Maybe I want just too much. But the leather feels nice here.
Yeah.
This feels nice. This
All the way
gold
around
ambient
on the
feeling
dash
here
as well.
is nice. Overall, I mean, I think I'm sold on the roof.
The roof is a very, very cool feature.
It's alien-like.
As you can say, yeah.
Meh. It's like a
It's a
skin,
proper-
you know. It's like those BMW videos. The cars were changing colors with the touch of the button.
That's
I
it,
think-
and it's
I
on
think
the
that's the
IX as well,
technology.
yeah. And that's your park, so that puts you in park and your handbrake as well. And that's just extra storage. It's all open up here. There's a wireless charging pad as well for your phone.
Simple, eh? Your house needs to be
Minimalistic,
simple.
but
Your life needs to be simple.
that's it, man.
You must
The
just
less
go
you
into
have,
your
less is more.
into your
Put it that
lounge.
way, less
You
is
must
more.
have one lounge, like one sofa, one table,
Yeah.
one TV. You know, this car forces
Minimalistic.
you to be like that.
Minimalistic, that's
Okay,
it, man. And
thank
I
you
mean,
so much
can
again.
see, even with it being so minimal, it's a nice space to be. It's really comfy.
Did you guys hear that? Let's put that mic there, close.
So
You guys can hear the
just
start
put it
here. You guys hear? I'm gonna start it. Just put this aircon off so you guys can hear that.
There we go.
So you guys ready? I'm gonna start it, right? You're gonna hear the startup. Okay, that's your startup, and here's your start. Like a casino. You know when you win the jackpot? That's cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Cool feature,
Okay, so once again, thank you very much. I enjoyed it.
anytime.
So
Very welcome, man.
we'll
Yeah.
chat about the next one that's coming.
100%.
I'm just gonna edit this
That's
one
it.
and get it on the road.
100%. I'll see you on the next one, man.